Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This is a PSA. This video, we're going to talk about some things to stop doing. Okay? I am going to give you some very basic things to stop doing that are going to help your gameplay immensely. The first one is I'm in my Breton Panther, and we are on Glacier. We are on Glacier. And I'm, spawned into the southwest. We're headed over here to the northwest. I've got a T-34-85 with me, a pretty good push with an ARL. I got a KV-85, the KV-1's coming, the 01. Probably going to be a pretty good brawl. Here comes the bad guys. I sneak one in. I'm spamming gold. It's all good. Now, they have some TDs, right? They have some, and this is driving me a little crazy with him here, but I've got to try to use my tank and echelon with him. They've got 3 artillery, so we need to watch out for that. They have some pretty good TDs in the form of the T-67s. And so far we see the KV-1. I eat one of the arty. That's why this spot's not too fantastic, so I need to move up and get a little bit away. There was another shot went in behind me. So I know there's artillery, but we've got some guys to fight here. We can tuck up against these areas, and we've got a bit of an advantage here because the enemy team didn't push in enough, right? So we're able to get up in amongst these dudes. I've got a KV-1 here. There's a M6 who's been stuck a little bit far back there. So we take down the KV-1, and this is actually pretty good. We've done a nice job here. We've killed 2 of their heavy tanks. We haven't taken too much damage from all our big boys, and we're going to come in here and start working on these guys. So I know I've got this 01 experimental here, so looking there, he missed. That's a good thing. So we'll come in, we'll take a little shot, we'll pin him right there. He's charging in like a mad dog. We'll hit him one more time. He gets a piece of us, and we'll end up killing him right here. There we go. But he puts a big hit on me, or 2 hits. Good for 250, and that's my own arty. Thank you very little. So I make a mistake here. Boom. Get hit by the grill because I come around the corner. Look at this advantage we've created right here. If I can get my silly zoom to work. Look at the advantage we've created here. ARL's hurt. KV-85 took a hit. I'm half to slightly less than half. KV-1's okay. 01 experimental. We lost the 3045 who pushed in foolishly. Now there's your clue. 3045 pushed in foolishly. There's still an M6 hiding out here. There's artillery or TDs, at least the Stug, probably a T67 or 2, and these 3 guys, a Grill, a Sioux, and an LAFH. All right, pop quiz. Do you push all of that across this open ground, plus all the extra guns that are probably hanging out in this area? I've got to show you on this. Probably all the extra guns that are hanging out in this area here. Or do you B, go back or go to the middle or do something more useful than walking in to all of their guns? Well, let's see what my team decides to do. I take the arty, and I can't quite get going in time. I get hit by the Su-122 who fires in the same spot. There's a hit on the KV-185. The KV-1 is going, the 01 experimental, and I know exactly what's going to happen here. KV-85 is getting wrecked, and they're all just driving up. Why? Because they won this flank, by golly. We won this flank. Keep on pushing to the cap. Well, the conditions aren't set for going to the cap. This is a kill zone. All right? And again, I've got to show you. This is a kill zone right here. Stop pushing into camping players. Please. If there is one thing you can do, let's call it 2 things that you can do that will absolutely increase your win rate overnight. It is to stop pushing into teams' campers, especially on maps like this one, and letting them play. All of these guys sitting up on this ridge, they're not playing unless you let them, right? The only way they shoot is you walk into their shots. Look at my team just hanging out right there. Just hanging out right there. So I change. I go somewhere else. I'm going to go over here, see if I can sneak up this carrier. Maybe I will get a little tricky, a little lucky. Unfortunately, I find that guy, and that is a bummer. I take a shot. That's a good thing. I snap him. But that does not dissuade him, and I'm in trouble, right? I'm going to zoom in. He misses one. I miss one. That hurts. He's going to hit me this time. Boom. There's another shot on him. He gets me once. Oh, I need to reload. And we take him down. All right. We're in decent shape. But look what's happening. That's basically all of our power right there. There's an ELC, there's me and our power sitting right there, getting absolutely pummeled by the team's campers, the enemy team's campers. These guys don't play unless you let them. You let them by pushing into them. So one of the things you can do is once you win your flank and all the other flanks aren't won, stop pushing into the campers. Go get their aggressive players. React. Flow somewhere else. Do something else than push into TDs in sniper nests and 3 artillery. Let's see how this works, because it doesn't go well. I'm just going to fast forward. The M6 is still hanging out back there. Look at my 3 heavies. They're just right there. We'll go fast forward again. Now their Rudy, which is on good hit points, pushes in. The M6 is on good hit points. The 3485 is sitting back there. I'll just go fast forward again. Guys are dying in every direction, and now it's just me and the artillery. And even had I gone back here, to help these heavies, it would not have helped with my 28 hit points. They needed to all leave that area and come back around and either turtle up here themselves or come back to the middle, or if they were fast enough, come back around this other way. This ends up being a loss, primarily because a team won a flank and decided to push into campers. Stop pushing into campers. Stop pushing into campers. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, here's another one. I have obviously not done very well preserving my hit points. All right, we've got only 1 kill on them. This game is fairly young. It's only about 2 minutes and 45 seconds into the game, but we have an overmatch right here. They've got some guys down here, but our big force. They've got some guys down here on the southwest, but our big force is facing them. We do have a Scorpion G kind of trolling around in the opening, but right here with me there are 4 tanks: a 112 with 100% hit points, a T26E5 with 100% hit points, me a near dead, so I'm a one-shot to either the TS5 or the Tiger, and then there's the 53 TP with a lot of hit points. So you look at this, you see that there's only 2 defenders. I just killed a TD that was hiding out back here, so he's gone. More than likely, all that they've got here are these 2 tanks. And then once we kill these 2 tanks, we come around behind them. We put this group into a sandwich. We take care of that. And then we've got the advantage. We should have a lot of hit points left. But watch what happens here. My team comes in here, and I'm thinking any moment now, one of these guys with 100 hit points. Nope, the 112 is backing up. And they're all just sitting there. 4 tanks. I can't go. That's my problem because I gave up hit points too early, so I can't do anything. I am expecting one of these guys to do something. Let's see how this goes. We're hanging out here. Oh, now there's a Scorpion. So a little late on that. And I'm thinking maybe the 112 is going to go. He's just going to go 1 shot, and then the M4 is going to... Nope. Oh, we're going to bumper car everybody. We're going to let guys get reloaded. And I'm thinking, my God, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us now. There goes the T20, the 53 TP goes. Those guys stop. So the 53 TP goes down there. They all stop. This is over had they all pushed. Because once they all push and get guys turned around, then I can come in there with my autoloader. I'm still reloading though, so I can't do anything myself. 53 TP goes in and dies for no good reason. I finally am able to get down here. We'll come in, we'll finally take this guy down. 53 TP is getting beat up, and I'm thinking, all right, surely these guys will all come around this corner and we'll take on this Tiger 2. Nope, down goes that guy. Sneak a shot there, don't get it. I've got to back out. 112 is hanging out back here. The T26 sitting there. They're all just sitting there. Yes, there is a TD behind them. But you've got to kill the first things first. So they needed to swarm around, take both these guys down. Tiger 2 did a nice job getting back. Swarm him, take him down. And then if they need to turn and take out the Scorpion G, or simply just come back around the corner and turtle up. But unfortunately, they leave the Scorpion G. We end up losing this battle. Go forward. Got the Scorpion G. I can't go very far forward because they will refuse to go around the corner and take out that Tiger 2. Why? Because nobody wants to ever take a hit. Nobody ever wants to take a hit. The 112's backing out. I don't have the hit points to do it. Just a complete failure to understand that you have a huge overmatch, and with a little bit of aggression, that Tiger 2 and that TS5 die much quicker We lose less hit points, probably don't lose the 53 TP because you got beat up by them while everyone hung out around the corner. So that's the other thing you got to stop doing. You've got to stop letting 2 tanks hold up 5. You've got to stop not trading hit points for a little bit of position. And the problem is that so many people teach maintain your hit points above all else. Do not give up your hit points for the puppies because the puppies are dumb. That kind of thing. In general, that's not bad advice. However, in a situation like that, where we had an absolute overmatch, and that absolute overmatch would have then cascaded into further and further overmatches, that would have made this game very much winnable, and we actually end up losing this game. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of this scorpion. I finally come back up to the top. And that whole crowd down below is still there, right? We completely failed with this overmatch to fold around these guys, and now we are actually going to be shot at from multiple directions. Trying to get my hit points back, or my reload back there. Got the oh-ho, we've lost nearly everything, and I die right there. And like I said, we end up losing this one. So there's number 2 thing to stop doing. Stop letting situations where you have a huge advantage go because you're too timid. The last one is not a stop doing unless you're well, it sort of is a stop doing, but let's get to this. Last one is related somewhat to the one before. Remember we had the bumper cars going on, we had bumper tanks, so I'm going to watch you or let you watch as I try to position here. Now, I'm in my ARL and I come to this spot. I know this bush is here. This is a spot that I can use, especially if they try to come around that corner. Also, if we've got guys like the KV-1 attempting to keep them honest by being there as well, I can sneak shots in on them. You'll notice that a 100Y has just come up behind me, which is fine. We can use the same spot. I get a shot on that guy, I back out, I don't want to get hit. I also want to go dark, right? I don't want to come back forward while I'm still lit and let him get a free shot, so I'm going to hang out here. I also don't want to get artied, so now I'm going to start moving towards there. I'm thinking, all right, let's get in here in a minute once he's gone, and then all of a sudden I see the 100Y start to position. And he goes and takes the spot, right? Drives in and takes the spot. And you may say, well, Guido, too bad you backed out, but I am waiting so that I either don't get artied right there or that guy doesn't come around the corner. I'm also waiting to see if the KV-1 gets a light, but now this dude has completely blocked off that position. I will admit right here to being highly agitated at this guy, and I'm wondering, well, maybe we can both use it. And I'm like, no, I guess not. Not going to be able to do that. And that's where I type a little message into the 100Y. Su100Y. Get it? Look, it's not your spot. If somebody's working it, learn how to work around them, but don't come in there and gank their position. It's just bad gameplay. It's bad sportsmanship. I mean, come on, man. So he's just going to sit there. I can't move him. I can't get him out of the way. There's nothing I can do. Eventually, I'm going to end up on his left side because that's all there is to it. We win this game. I get in there. I get bumped by him and the KV-1 constantly trying to get shots. I'm out ahead, working it, being offensive. These guys are coming up behind me, and every time I try to turn around, they are running into me. Stop running into people. Stop thinking positions are yours, and work with them, because you can actually work 2 TDs. He just needed to leave me a little room right here. But I am quite certain he's thinking that he's the big dog right here, and he's going to go ahead and own this position. Anyway, there's 3 things you can stop doing, right? We can stop pushing flanks and letting campers win before you've killed their aggressive players. We can stop letting 2 tanks stop 5 tanks from pushing and creating those continuous overmatches that will cause a win. And stop ganking people's positions when you're the second guy there. All right, that's my PSA. That's my video for the day. I appreciate you guys coming by. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so with multiple options down there in the description. Otherwise, we will see ya.